Binomial expansions, part 4. So we have the graph of root 1 plus 2x, and what we're going to do next is expand using a binomial expansion, get a few terms, and then we're going to plot those terms on the same graph and see how the two compare. How do the expanded terms sketched compare to the actual graph of root 1 plus 2x? So here are the first 4 terms in the expansion, and we know that the expansion is only valid for the magnitude of our x term here, so 2x to be less than 1, which basically means we'd sort of divide by 2 that x has to be between minus a half and a half. But why? Why is this a condition on the expansion to be valid? So what I've done here is, here's the original graph, the 1 plus 2x, the square root of that. For our expanded terms, I've sketched the graph of y is equal to 1 plus x. So I'm only using the first 2 terms. So this is a linear approximation. So y equals 1 plus x is this straight line here. And you can see there's a little bit of overlap between the red and the blue graphs there, but not much. So let's add in another term. So we go to a quadratic approximation. And now the graph of y equals 1 plus x minus a half x squared, the one in blue here, has more of an overlap with the original red graph than the linear approximation did. So this is an improvement already, but just for a small region around here, for a small narrow band of values of x. And we can go one further. We can include the half x cubed term, and you can see the expansion has improved further. And you'll notice that the blue and the red graphs really only sort of overlap or sort of match in a narrow sort of band of values of x here, and we can add more and more terms to our expansion, and what we'll see eventually, if there were lots of terms, is that the expansion or the graphs only overlap or match up for values of x in this interval.